Coming up, more coal miners were laid off in Harlan County. We talked with one who says he is not surprised. And officials in Floyd County say the ambulance industry is in an emergency of its own. Plus, Vice President Mike Pence's visit to Manchester last week brought a big announcement for one local health care provider.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is 5:31 on Tuesday, August the 13th. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News This Morning. Well, if you're making plans to go about your day, you're going to want to have them be inside and be aware of what's going on outside and around you. We're in a severe weather alert day because, Brandon, we could and expect to see at some point today throughout much or all of the region some severe storms.
Exactly. At least the strong storms. We're seeing some of those already this morning. We're going to continue to track those last 6 hours. Pretty quiet for a little bit overnight. And then they start to pop, and they're starting to spread out across the northeastern parts of our area back up toward the Big Sandy, and we have a line coming out of central Kentucky as well, so we're going to continue to watch that. Of course, we're focused on the ones that are in our area right now. So Paintsville, Louisa, you're getting some heavy rain at this point. No active warnings. And we also have over into south of West Liberty there, Morgan County, through parts of Wolfe County, even down into Owsley County. They're seeing some showers and storms popping up there. I-64, the closest camera we have up at Moorhead to the rain, and you can see it poured there for a little while overnight. Visibility rough in some areas, especially down in the Cumberland Valley areas that are just seeing fog and haven't seen the rain yet. Temperatures very mild across the board this morning, 70 or above all the way across the area. So stay updated today. Be weather aware. You can do that at WIMT.com, right here on the air, social media. Don't forget to send us updates and reports. And of course, on the WIMT weather app, you can get radar and customized weather alerts, including active warnings as they're issued for your area. So a good app to have. It's free in the app stores. Will?
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Well, more coal miners were laid off in Harlan County yesterday. JRL Coal told close to 50 miners their services are no longer needed. WYMT's Katie Cook talked to one of those miners.
Matt Clay says this is the nature of the coal business right now. He received a letter Monday morning saying that he no longer had a job with JRL.
It's good today and bad tomorrow. You can go in and have a job today, and tomorrow you can get laid off.
Though not expecting it right now, Clay says there's always rumors of mines closing.
Wasn't ready for it, but I knew I was going to get it, but not this soon.
And now he has something in common with the Black Jewel miners protesting in Cumberland. The news of the JRL layoffs comes on the 3-week anniversary of the start of the Black Jewel protest.
We're going through this situation, that we're dealing with, and then we get word today of the JRL layoff. And I was speaking with him, and it's hard.
But through it all, whether Black Jewel or JRL,
we got food, we got whatever that they're going to eat. They're brothers like we are. They'll not get turned away.
One miner is now forced to take a new path.
You just got to start on with a new life.
While another fights for the pay he has earned in the mines.
When you take the community and put them together for what's right, it's amazing what can be done.
And they say you should never underestimate the strength and bond of Eastern Kentucky coal miners. In Harlan County, Katie Cook, WIMT Mountain News.
Now, back in June, JRL's general manager said the company had too much of a focus on surface mining. The Black Jewel protesters in Cumberland still say they are not leaving until they are paid the money that they're owed. Well, an unexpected overnight visitor left a Colorado homeowner stunned. A black bear got inside through an open door, then clawed his way through a wall to get out. It was 11 p.m. Friday night when John Slowinski came in through this door, leaving it open behind him. Not long after, a neighbor told him something was trying to tear its way out of the home. It turned out to be a black bear, now trapped in that home.
The bear went inside after the trash. He knocked the trash can over, which blocked the door so he couldn't get out. He tore out the insulation, tore out an outlet off the wall from the outside, and started poking his claws through and his nose through and digging his way out.
Within minutes, Slowinski says the bear had ripped his way free. Officials with Colorado Parks and Wildlife say there is a simple fix to keep this from happening. Lock your car doors and closing the doors to your home behind you. Well, officials say an officer and a suspect were killed in a shootout with the California Highway Patrol in Riverside last night. Riverside police say it started as a traffic stop, but for unknown reasons, the suspect began firing on officers. CHP officers returned gunfire and the suspect, along with 3 officers, were hit. A sheriff's department helicopter airlifted one of the officers to a local hospital, but he died there. One of the remaining injured officers is in critical condition, and the second officer has only minor injuries. Officials said the suspect was pronounced dead at the hospital. A man is now in jail charged in a 2017 Owsley County double murder. State police arrested Sidney Deaton. He was indicted earlier this month. The indictment accuses Deaton of killing Michael Little and Krista Noble. The two were found dead in an Owsley County home in December of 2017. Reports from 2017 indicated that the murder happened after some kind of fight. The man in Louisville who admitted to sexually assaulting a young girl appeared in court yesterday. Kane Madden admitted to sexually assaulting an 8-year-old, hitting her over the head with a shovel and stealing her iPad. We have learned that Madden has had 9 cases against him and 8 were dismissed because of his incompetence. One of those is a 2017 sexual assault where records show he admitted to police he bit the victim and removed a large chunk of her face. Madden will remain behind bars on a $1 million bail. He is due back in court later this month. London police say 2 people are behind bars after officers found meth next to a child in a car seat during a traffic stop. Police say they stopped 28-year-old Hank Vaughn Jr. of East Bernstadt and 27-year-old Megan Rathmai of Lexington on Main Street in London. Police say Rathmeyer was driving and gave officers consent to search the vehicle, where they found the more than 54 grams of meth in her purse. Both face a host of charges and are currently in the Laurel County Detention Center. President Trump is returning to the Commonwealth. According to Governor Matt Bevin's campaign, the president will travel to Louisville 1 week from Wednesday on the 21st of August. The president will be headlining a fundraiser for Governor Bevin's re-election. No other details have been released. Governor Bevin will also join the president at a recent rally in Cincinnati on August the 1st. President Trump last campaigned in Kentucky for Republican Congressman Andy Barr in November of 2018 in Richmond. Well, Vice President Mike Pence's visit to Manchester last week brought a big announcement for one local health care provider. Grace Health received a nearly $150,000 grant. It allows the provider to enhance their behavioral health services. The substance use disorder coordinator says there is one thing in particular she is looking forward to with this new grant.
Staffing, most definitely. We're looking forward to having our nurse practitioners on board so that we can offer both the behavioral health treatment plus the medication.
Now, Grace Health provides services in Knox, Bell, Clay, Leslie, and Whitley counties. Officials say the ambulance industry is in an emergency of its own. Many in Floyd County are worried for their safety as the response time from lifeguard ambulance services are increasing. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher talked with officials to learn how they plan to fix this life or death problem.
In an emergency, you dial 911 for help.
I mean, it's a life and death situation.
Many expect ambulance services to quickly respond, but that may not be the case in some areas of Floyd County.
On this end of the county, it's usually an hour at least.
Daniel Gullett is the chief of Willwright Fire Department.
This is nothing new. This has been a trend for some time.
He says the ambulance service industry is facing the same problem as local volunteer fire departments.
That's the biggest problem, is finding ways to recruit people.
And Bert Absher with Lifeguard Emergency Medical Services agrees.
There's a lot of concern. There's a lot of uneasiness.
But he is looking to change that.
We're going to do whatever it takes to entice people to come to this career field.
With a $5,000 paramedic hire-on bonus, tuition assistance, and loan reimbursement. Absher says he is also working on implementing a new program.
Every county that we operate in, we have what's called the quick response vehicle, and my managers are going to start responding with EMS equipment as a first responder.
Plus data gathering for busy days and working with local fire departments.
They're already serving their community. Let us help them serve their community better.
While making these changes will take time,
our main priority is our patients.
Absher says there is no reason to worry. In Floyd County,
Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, Bert Absher says he hopes to start implementing some of these changes soon. Now, the Kentucky Wired project is moving forward in eastern Kentucky. The State Communications Network Authority announced yesterday that Williamsburg issued $100 million worth of bonds for the effort. Kentucky Wired aims to put high-speed internet access in Kentucky's rural areas. A release from the state indicates the project is more than halfway done. About 3,000 miles of fiber optic cable will be laid as part of this project. The Kentucky State Fair kicks off this week in Louisville. The annual event runs from Thursday until August the 25th. Organizers say there's something for everyone at the fair, from rides to food to exhibits and free concerts every night. And if you do plan to go, officials encourage you to buy tickets and parking online so you can get into the fairgrounds faster. The Storm Area 51 event started as a joke on Facebook, but has now turned into a festival called Alien Stop.
Storms at different times today could pack a punch, so it's important to stay weather aware. I'll have all the details in about 3 minutes.